Good morning. Happy Friday. We've made it to the end of the week, and it's time for us to get ready for the weekend. But obviously, you already know we got to give you guys some really cool stories to talk about today. My name is Daphne Gray.
And I'm Brittany Weir, and we want to get you guys started off with always a little teaser of a story that we'll be bringing to you later.
Yes.
So if you guys like a little bit of Bret Michaels, well, we have how you can check him out with half-price tickets. That's coming up later in the spring.
Plus, it is Family Friday, and you guys have been really cool about sending us and sprinting us some of your Family Friday pictures. We have one that's a bit hairier than what you're thinking. Is not a dog. That's coming up later. We'll show you that coming up later in the sprint. But for right now, Brittany Weir, you've been working on this story, following up on this, the story that obviously broke headlines with the little girl who lost her feet.
Yeah, so we've been following Aubrey Scaletta, her story since May. And if you haven't heard, she is the little girl out of the New River Valley who tragically lost both her feet in an accident. She's been at Crillian for weeks, doing countless surgeries, and doctors, luckily, they were able to reattach those feet. And so now she is back home recovering with her family. But with all those surgeries and the long hospital stays she's had to endure since May, there comes those large medical bills. Well, that's where the motorcycle ministry steps in. They are hosting a fundraiser ride for Aubrey and her family. It's taking place this Saturday, July 8th at Exalted Church on Williamson Road. So anyone, you're welcome to join this ride. Registration opens at 7:30 a.m. The group of motorcycles, cars, and any other vehicle will leave the church at 10 a.m. and then they'll ride all the way to the Fraternal Order of Police in Radford. Well, Rick Drury is the founder of Empty Tomb Motorcycle Ministry and says this is a chance for the entire community to come together and rally around a family in their time of need.
And it's important to our ministry that the Bible clearly says to help one another and to love people as you want to be loved and treated. So it gives us the opportunity to share Jesus and let people see what we are about. And there again, just to bring this world together over one small thing, and it's a tragedy.
So the ride is expected to take about 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll have a Virginia State Police escort. Registration, it is $20 per vehicle, and all vehicles are accepted. And every single penny from this fundraiser will go directly to the Scaletta family. And once the ride arrives in Radford, there will be plenty of food, a silent auction, all kinds of things to keep raising those funds and raising those donations for this family. Also, a quick note is the Virginia State Police have been a huge factor in spreading the word about this fundraiser, about Aubrey's story, and that's because Aubrey's father is a state trooper. So obviously they want to back up, their brother, their friend, and his family when they're going through that time of need. And another huge thing to mention too, this story, we said it's gained national attention. Obviously, so tragic, and people are following up with Aubrey. They want to know how she's doing, but because of that national attention, so many people from all across the country are coming out on Saturday for this ride. So we know that there's groups coming from Georgia, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, this ride is expected to have about 500 to 600 participants. I mean, it's going to be a sight tomorrow morning. If you guys are anywhere near Roanoke and Williamson Road, and then on 81 directions to Radford, you're going to see this. And, now you know why that's going to be happening. But if you're somebody who's thinking of partaking in this ride, or you want to support the family in any sort of way, please leave a comment in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you why you're participating, what this means, or if you're someone who's just looking for a way to give back to that family, but you can't partake in the ride, we do have a link to the GoFundMe on our website.
So the entry fee to get in, that's like $20, right?
$20.
So I just did the math. 600 people, if you guys show up, that's like over $12,000, I think. And that's going to be such a good deal for her because, again, like you said, those medical bills, and then not to mention the physical therapy she's going to have to go through. So $80,000 will probably feel like $80 when it comes down to the final bills.
All of that money is just going to go so quickly. Because, again, we don't know what's in store next for Aubrey. We do know that she's home right now, but we don't know what, the challenges she has ahead with this. So, again, if anybody you want to help out, we have that link on our website. And, again, if you're participating, please let us know in the comment section below. We would love to give you a shout out.
Definitely we're praying for the best for little Aubrey. Okay, so up next, get this. Hospital in Lynchburg is adopting an innovative way to use AI-based technology, Centra, using the new technology to help enhance the speed, efficiency, and accuracy of stroke identification for patients. This is such a good piece of technology to have right there. Experts say that one of the most critical parts of a stroke is time till treatment. Says the adding of this technology hopes to recognize strokes faster, intervene quickly to help prevent long-term side effects and even deaths. Officials say that this will be an ongoing process and hopes to optimize the program. Yet another story of showing how technology, as it advances and helps, it's going to definitely add to our healthcare system and any type of medical innovations that happen, especially if it can prevent strokes or watch out for that better. That's going to mean so much to several families out there that are stroke prone in a way.
Such a game changer, my goodness. Recently, someone very close to me suffered a stroke, and luckily they are okay, and they're going to, a lot of physical therapy and everything like that. But this would have been such a game changer for them and their family and things like that. So happy to see that there's some advancements there in the medical world. Always changing.
Definitely. Okay, so we also got a really cool story for you guys. It's a cute little story if you want to play the guitar.
Yeah, so a guitar maker right here in the Commonwealth is helping train the next generation of musicians.
So Brian Calhoun created a new toy that helps children as young as 3 years old learn how to play the guitar. The instrument has just a single string along the color-coded finger placement markers, and the children's guitar also comes with an instruction book to help them learn the basics.
And Calhoun says the simple nature of the guitar will help young guitarists learn the craft behind the art. If your child showed signs of being a musician, Calhoun's Tinker Taps are available for purchase at Walmart. I think those are so cute. One, I just love the design of the guitars. I mean, the animals and different things. I saw an alligator one.
That's a flamingo right there, too, isn't it?
Yeah, the flamingo, little cheetah. My little niece Aubrey would love this. When she's older, gets to do it. There's a tractor there, but also the little color coding on it to help, like, with the basics. I think this is so cute.
I was just going to say, I feel like we can use these as adults, so you might have a lot of adults buying these things because our director, Steven, he is a fantastic player of the guitar. And when I tell you, he just makes it look so easily. He always says that, you just got to start on it. I'm not coordinated with both of my hands, but I feel like this kind of little invention could help me focus on one string. I ain't got to worry about pushing multiple strings. So, what you guys think about this? Are you interested in taking up the guitar? And if you're an adult, would you be willing to buy it yourself instead of for your kid? And then give it to your kid. You let us know about it. Okay, so here's a story that we all have been kind of talking about because it's been raising a lot of questions for us. Rebecca, I want you to chime in on this as well. So young people in the Star City can now use Uber to get around. The rideshare company launched accounts that parents can invite their children to, allowing them to request their own rides.
So the company says it's good for kids aged 13 to 17. All parents need to do is set it up through their family profile. Parents will get real-time updates from when the child is picked up until they are dropped off. The driver will also need a verification code from that child before the child can get in the car. But we do want to know what you think about this new feature.
I don't know.
Yeah, so Rebecca, I'm gonna let you take it. What are you thinking?
No, I mean, I do not have kids, so I cannot speak from my parents' perspective, but with everything that is, as much as there's good in this world, there is bad in this world, and we have to guard our children against that. And I think while in some instances this could be very beneficial for some families, I think there is just too much risk here for me to ever be willing to put my babies in a car that I don't know the driver, I don't know.
That's understandable because literally I just turned 30. And whenever I Uber, my mom still freaks out. Like she doesn't, and I think it's just the concept of getting in a car with a stranger. And like you say, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do their job, right? But again, you have those rare instances like the girl who had to jump out of her ride or out of her Lyft ride because he was putting in a different GPS. So can you imagine, having a kid? And we're not trying to freak anybody out about this, but again, this is kind of like, okay, what other safety measures are in place for if you do got a 14-year-old order a ride, what's going to happen,
Yeah, and I think we obviously want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on this. Would you use this? And again, personally for me, I don't have any children either myself, but the only thing I can see is this would be nice if it was like a last case scenario in a sense. Say you are a parent and you are completely stuck somewhere, you can't get to your child, an emergency happened, but you need them to be with you. I mean, I can see this as, okay, this is a last minute resort or last option. Let's use this to get them to where they need to be. But at the same time, also, and not taking things off the Uber driver themselves, but onto the kids. I mean, what if a kid wants to, like we said, maybe if they're running away or they're sneaking out. This is just another tool for them to be able to get that ride to where they want to go. So it kind of on both ends of the spectrum of it could be dangerous for the kid to get in a stranger's car, but it could also be dangerous for that Uber driver. They don't know that they're taking that kid somewhere they're not supposed to be.
Exactly, and that's fortunately in that situation there is a feature.
I'll go back to you. Sorry.
That's okay. There is a feature.
To me first.
that can track, like, so the parent will be able to track it. So I'm only going to assume best case scenario that this will be used in the daytime. And like you said, I know during the pandemic, or especially in big cities when parents are real busy going to work and stuff, some companies were getting in trouble because the parents were ordering Ubers for little kids to go to school because they couldn't get there. So I'm assuming this would be early in the daytime, not at night. But regardless, we want to know y'all's thoughts on this because it definitely is a talker.
Yeah, I know. I was really harsh on it.
Yeah.
One situation that I think it could be, especially if it's 13's a little young, I think, but like kids are crazily getting older at younger ages now, but that's a different story.
Right.
But, if you are, 16 and you decide, hey, I'm going to go out to a party, like, this could be a really good way for them to be able to be like, I want to do that, but I don't want to drink and drive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get a safe ride home. Like, we're not encouraging that, obviously, and this app doesn't encourage that, but, like, I do think that could be a situation where this comes in handy, that, like, if they're going to do that and be teenagers and be crazy, then maybe they can at least have a safe way to get home.
Definitely some pros and cons with that particular scenario. Another thing that has some pros and cons is this weather, because it's very hot. And some people like it, like this jugger right here. I'm more of a, I'll stay in the shade because I like the cool breeze that comes through. So we got meteorologist Bret Michaels here to let us know that forecast for your Friday.
Happy Friday, guys. Looking at hit and miss storms today and tomorrow. Still the 1-2 punch of heat and humidity. So highs about 85 to 90 degrees. Sunday, we'll see more showers and thunderstorms, so more than what we see the next 2 days. A couple of those could be on the strong side, but not quite as warm. Highs about 80 to 85 degrees. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next Monday on The Sprint.
All right, thank you, Chris. Well, we've got another story for you that's going to been a big talker for the past 24 hours.
It involves this.
And if you didn't know, there is another social media platform out there. I don't know how you guys feel about this. This is a lot. But we got so many, my goodness. But on just the first day of its release, 30 million people and counting have already signed up for Threads. Unfortunately, I am one of them. Meta's new social media app, which takes direct aim at Twitter.
I did it too, girl. So Twitter reportedly threatening to sue, though, hours after the rival app Threads made its first move to up the competition. Says now Twitter's lawyer demanding the Threads owner, Meta, stop using any Twitter trade secrets. Elon Musk tweeting competition is fine, but cheating is not. Meta denies the allegation. The early success of Threads, experts say that it's part thanks to the app's requirement that all users sign in with an Instagram account, giving it the ability to easily leverage their 2 billion strong user base.
So far, the feedback has been mixed, with some zeroing in on the app's algorithm and its power over the user's timeline. Others are upset about limited features like no direct messaging, and you can't delete your Threads account without deleting Instagram. And that is something I learned this morning from a couple people who accidentally deleted those Instagrams.
Yep, so this is not the first time Zuckerberg has been accused of mimicking a popular social media app. Instagram stories and Reels features are remarkably similar to Snapchat and TikTok, but now Twitter is threatening to take this battle all out of the virtual arena and into court. So I guess they're pausing their UFC fight. You remember that them two were supposed to, they challenged each other to fight in the ring, and I know Dana White was on board.
It's kind of funny to watch this.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like reality TV in a sense, but at the same time, it's real life, obviously, and you're seeing these two apps, these two people. But I do want to talk about the app itself. So we both downloaded it because.
I did not.
Okay, so Rebecca did it.
I did not.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, it is so easy to set up because it literally, it takes, if you have an Instagram, it just takes all your data and stuff from your Instagram.
You don't have to put a password in.
You don't have to put in any new information, any new pictures, things like that. And already it asks you when you first start, do you want to follow all the same people you follow on Instagram? Now, I decided not to do that because when I'm just taking this as Twitter and Instagram, the people I follow on Twitter are very different than the people I follow on Instagram as far as what content I want to see. So Instagram is more pictures, video, entertainment, whereas Twitter to me was more where I got my news, my information, things like that. So necessarily I don't want to be following the same people. So I decided not to, and I'm kind of treating it as like a backup Twitter.
That doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The algorithm doesn't care what you want to see.
But that's a big negative I have with it is because, so now I'm on my, I guess it's Threads. This would be interesting for me to get used to saying. I'm on my Threads and I am not seeing the people that I'm following. I'm seeing all these people posting things that I don't even know who they are. But two, I'm like, why do I care about this? So I do hope that they do fix that. I understand this app has literally been around for 24 hours. It's still figuring it out. People are still figuring it out. But I hope that soon I will only be seeing the people I follow because there's a reason I follow them, and there's a reason I don't follow these people who I don't know who they are.
I will say that I've been getting like notifications crazily because it'll say that this person has accepted your follow.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of celebrities that I follow accepted my follow. It's just like,
Oh, because it does it like sneakily.
what? Okay.
Yeah, it
I'm
does it, like,
you know,
cheeky,
you
yeah.
know. Okay, so that's
You've
been.
seen the name, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing that I'm just like, okay, cute, that's cute. But at the same time, when I open it, it's like that. Somebody posted the perfect GIF where it was like that Finding Nemo scene when
Yeah.
they're all in the plastic bags and they roll off and fall in the lake, and they're just like, what now?
What now?
Everybody's like, what now
Yes.
with this? Okay,
Oh,
so
goodness.
let us know your thoughts. You got a
Yes.
threads? Are you posting and stuff? And what do you think about it so far? Moving on, we got to get to this particular story. I think this is a really good one right here. Legacies are undeniable, and even though the person is gone, they are still leaving an impact on this world.
Yeah, legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant will be gracing the cover of NBA's 2K24, the next installment of the popular sports game franchise.
Bryant will be on two different special edition covers, one being the Kobe Bryant edition and the other being the Black Mamba edition. And the Kobe edition has Bryant wearing his number 8 jersey, while the Black Mamba features him in his number 24 jersey.
Now, the late Hall of Famer won 5 NBA championships in his career. Now, this will be 4th time being the cover athlete of NBA 2K. I love this story because, like we
Yes.
said, he is someone whose legacy and legend will just continue to live on. I think that was one of the biggest losses that completely
Yes.
shocked the world.
Oh,
It
yes.
shook- I mean, so many people, because, you hear of celebrity deaths, and some people, they're really upset. Other people are like, oh, I didn't really know who that was. But when we heard the news about this,
It took your breath away.
everyone, I was like, is this real? Like,
Right.
everyone thought it was a joke. And
Because
so,
obviously all you saw was this was the helicopter situation, and then everybody was just like, it was one of those in the previous investigation, it was just like he may or may not have been on the plane, and then there was like, next thing you know, it was like him and his daughter may or may not have been on that
Yeah.
helicopter, and then when it all was confirmed that he and his daughter both were taken out of this world,
Yeah.
that rocked everybody. So I'm so happy that they're still, memorializing him and showcasing how much his career has definitely changed the game for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and not just athletes, just everybody in general.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I was even thinking, the first time that I heard someone toss a wadded up paper ball into a trash can
Yep.
and say Kobe,
Kobe.
I didn't even know what the NBA was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
But
in
you knew
I was
Kobe.
in elementary school. And so it's just like the idea that his legacy so far surpasses
yeah, the basketball community.
So-
life itself is
Definitely
is amazing.
rest in peace and love to the Bryants. Okay, so we got another cool story to tell you guys about.
Yeah, so I love for what you do, and some self-belief can enable you to break all barriers. We know this one's true.
Right, a Denver skateboarder is nearing the top of a nationwide contest, but get this, I know he's skating around like he's doing a good job, but he's blind.
Yeah, so John Barron has advanced to the quarterfinals of Tony Hawk's Skate Park Hero contest. Despite his condition, John has found a way to thrive as a skater for over 25 years.
I was born with a rod cone dystrophy. What that means is that I have less rods and cones in my eyes than everybody else was born with. Light perception, color perception, those things are really jacked up. You may be standing less than 10 feet away from me, but it's hard for me to recognize facial features.
And John will have an opportunity to win the competition, earning him a grand prize of $10,000 and a chance to meet the skate legend himself, Tony Hawk. I look at this story and I'm just so inspired because I can see well.
Yes.
But you will never be able to see me skate
Yes.
that good.
I'm amazed too. I was thinking about that too. I have tried skateboarding before. It has ended a failure and probably some skinned knees.
Yes.
So I'm so impressed with how he is able to know where he's going, what he's doing, he's
Yep.
not falling, but also not just that, he's really good at it.
Exactly. To the point where he's competitive.
It's just one of those things where people tell you can't do this because of this, or you'll never do this because of this. Prove them wrong.
Exactly.
100%.
I mean-
use that as fuel to prove these people wrong.
And it's so crazy because my whole thing is this video. In this video, we never see another skateboarder.
No.
But that's not how the world works. There will be other skateboarders in the skate park with
Yeah.
him.
Right.
And he navigates around them, and
Yeah.
he can't see. I run into people when I'm walking down the street.
Well, yeah, he's definitely an inspiring story right there. Let us know what you think about that. So let's go to our Family Friday pins that you've sprinted our way. Let's get this one right now. This is that hairy guy I was telling you guys about. Check out this face. This is sent to him from Bret Michaels. Excuse me,
This is
I'm in the
sent from
wrong one.
Char.
Hold on.
There you go.
Let me get my life
Bret
together.
Michaels was sending us
We're
pics.
going to Bret Michaels after this, okay? We're going to give you, I'm sorry, I accidentally skipped too far ahead. Okay, so this is Sharp. Cher, she sent us this. So she says, can you bear with me while I get this selfie? She's got this on her trail cam, all kinds of curious critters in the forest. This is coming from Daleville. So this is a cute little
That
family.
was a Chris Michaels level pun right there.
I love it right there. That's a cute one.
I love it. Look at that little bear. Okay, we have another photo for you guys, and this one comes from me. This is my family for Family Friday. So I do have somewhat of a big family, I guess, from that. So that's my 3 older brothers, my sister-in-law, my parents, and my little niece Aubrey in that stroller. We did a pasta making class last week to celebrate my mom's birthday. So it's always fun when all of us can get together. So it was a great time. So that is my family. So I thought I'd send that in for you
And
guys.
if you guys want to see a family, this is a Family Friday like you've never seen.
Oh!
This is right here is a mixture of all of us. So we had the Weirs and the Grays together. Our parents, we have Rebecca in the back right there. Chris Michaels is there. So yeah, this is our WSLS family outside of work, having a good time. And I hope this, just give you an inspiration to just send us your pics. We want to see who you are loving on and all that good stuff. Because again, it's just something about family that can never go wrong.
And family can mean anything. Anything in the way
Exactly.
that you take it, you interpret it. And I also hope this shows you that we're not just coworkers as well. We are truly a family here. When we say that, we do mean it. As you can see, we hang out outside of work. We get our parents hanging out outside of work.
Right.
My brother's in that too. So, yeah.
I know. Anytime Joe comes into town, I'm like, Joe!
Yes,
Exactly,
So good
so-
times right there. Okay, so this is what we accidentally skipped
We're gonna
past.
go back
This is
now.
what y'all need to know. Hey, insiders.
We teased it.
Exactly, I know. Insiders, check this out. Bret Michaels headed our way to the Star City for a Party Gras celebration with Warrant on August 25th at Elmwood Park.
So just for WSLS insiders, you'll be able to get tickets for half the price at $24.50 plus taxes and fees. These tickets, they are limited, so be sure to get yours while you can.
So the concert is going to be in Elmwood Park. It's going to start at 7 p.m. So if you guys are interested in going to this particular concert, it's going to be a good one. Make sure you become an insider first. That is the way you get this beautiful deal of a half off ticket price.
All right.
Get everybody in there. Get your little musical fix in with Bret Michaels.
All right.
You say you know him. Do you like Bret Michaels?
I love your voice. So I do know Bret Michaels. I'll say my dad is more of a fan than I am.
Yeah.
I think that's more of the generation. No offense to anybody. But no, I think he's good. And yeah,
It'll be a good
rock and
show.
roll.
I can't for the life of me think of a one Bret Michaels song.
No.
Yeah. I mean, same, but it's okay. I'm
I
pretty
get
sure there's a lot of
Rock
people out there like
mixed
that.
Okay, I get that. That's fine.
Hey, Sammy Sam, are you with me?
I am. Hello.
How you doing, girly girl?
Good. How are you?
We are good. Okay, so tell us, are you interested in going to this concert?
Yeah, always. I love live music. I love being outside. So, why not?
Yes. What are your thoughts on this Uber app for kids?
I don't know. I kind of feel like Rebecca. Again, I'm not a parent, but I don't even like taking Ubers as as a woman in my late 20s if I'm alone. So I don't know how I feel about my kids doing it or like anyone. I
Right.
know that's a kid doing it, but hey, if they put certain safety features in place, they could change my mind. So.
Yeah, you're right. Tell us, do we have any viewers or comments today?
Yes, you've got some viewers today. Let me check and make sure no other comments came in. Oh, looks like it's just us right now.
All
Chatting
right.
it up, but we do have a good amount of viewers.
Perfect. Well, hello to all the viewers out
Yes.
there. Don't be shy moving forward. All right, Sam, thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks, Chef.
All
Thank
right.
you, Sam, and thank you to everybody who is tuning in. And real quick, Rebecca, I did have to look it up. So do you know the song, Every Rose Has Its Thorn?
No.
You don't? Do you know the song? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. If you don't, I'm a really bad singer, but I'm going to sing it real quick for you. I'm so mute it. But it's like, every rose has its
Okay, now I can hear that. I say it like that. I got it.
That's Bret Michaels for you.
Okay.
So sorry you had to hear me singing. I can't. I'm so sorry. Jaffney's the better singer than me.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bret, if you're coming to town and you're watching the sprint,
We're sorry.
Give Bret some voice lessons.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
or pull her on the stage and let her just take over the song. That would be more
Exactly.
entertaining.
Duet time.
Okay,
Bret
so
Michaels.
let's get to these headlines before we roll out. I know we're going a little long today, but we
Oh,
had
we
a lot
are,
of
yeah.
good things to talk about. So let's
It's
start off with
Friday.
this one. Yeah.
Okay, so coming up in our later newscast, 10 news at noon. It's been nearly 8 weeks since a 6-year-old was tragically shot and killed in Lynchburg, and police still have no motive or suspects. Several organizations are working to break the silent witness mentality and bridge that gap between the community and police. How they're doing doing that coming up later. We're following every step of this story.
Plus, the town of Blacksburg is thinking of ways to live sustainably even after we're gone. They're considering changing the rules and regulations at Westview Cemetery to establish green burials. Why they say that it is better for the environment.
And a new law here in the Commonwealth is looking to crack down on bullying at schools. 10 News anchor Alyssa Ray has been working for you to explain how it is all drastically changing, the timeline of how soon schools have to notify